Howdy y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be answering all of y'all's questions from the Q&A video. Anyway, we're going to get ourselves started off with your normal YouTuber. They ask, is this a question? Well, technically I'd think it would be a question. There's no question mark, so that is indeed a statement. I'm sorry, your normal YouTuber. That is a statement. Cookie2118 asks, so you're telling me that you will answer every question? Yes. Cookie2118 also asks, what do you think the name of the weapon will be? And honestly, if I'm being real, 343 will never give this character a name. They're probably going to make this a running gag, just like how Master Chief doesn't have a face. They're never going to show Chief's face. They're never going to give the weapon a name, because how are they going to come up with a good name? The weapon's a pretty sick name anyway. But if I had to name her, I'd name her by exactly who she is just a copy of, and that's Cortana. It's literally just Cortana 2. Name her Cortana 2. That would be kind of funny, actually. Alright, Sergeant Marcus Stacker, thank you so much for your support, by the way. You've been subbed for a while, and I really do appreciate it. You're asking, if the old shotgun returns in Infinite, which version should it be based off of aesthetic-wise? Now, we're talking looks. If we're talking look-wise, it should definitely be based off the Halo 3 shotgun. Now, why the Halo 3 shotgun? Halo Infinite's weapons and art style is more of that simple, angular, very basic early Halo style, which it always should have been, because Halo 4 and 5 took it down a terrible art direction. And the best gun to represent it, I think, is the Halo 2, Halo 3 shotgun, the M90. It is perfect in Halo Infinite. I could see it going in, maybe just a few touch-ups and some modern spray paint jobs on it, and this thing will be perfect for Halo Infinite, because Halo Infinite's sleek, simplistic art style, this weapon would fit it the best. CJR Bread asks, would it be cool if I could do more campaign videos? And they're also mentioning that they found my content through the Halo videos. I'm guessing some of the Cursed Halo or maybe the story content. Well, as much as I love doing the campaign Let's Plays, they're a lot of fun to do. Let's Plays are dead on YouTube, if I'm being really real with you. I do want to do a campaign series, but I want to keep it on live stream. That way, if people want a full Let's Play, they hit up Twitch. Go follow me on Twitch if you want, because I'm planning on doing Infinite on Legendary there. I don't have any plans to do any more campaign videos in the near future, but anything's possible, so time may change, you know. Alright, Roman says they would love to see more Titanfall content. And with the new North Star client, maybe some wacky multiplayer modes. I like the way you're thinking. I actually already thought of doing this. I don't know if you know this, I do have a Titanfall 2 Kraber montage where I go completely wacky with the G10 Kraber or whatever. I'll keep it in mind. Right now I'm just doing Halo stuff, but I do really want to do this, so expect to see this very soon here, especially because the client is picking up some steam. Just Cullen asks 2 questions. Question 1, how did you initially get into Halo? That's kind of actually a cool story. I grew up with this game. My dad and my brother, we all played it together because they brought home an Xbox and Halo 1 and Halo 2. And those 2 games I kind of played at the same time, and those are the ones I grew up on. And then question 2, what's my audio setup? There's a couple setups here. For microphone, we got the Blue Yeti caster, and this comes on a big boom arm, so I can swing it around my desk, position it however. And it has a shock mount, so as I bang on my desk, it doesn't make the mic bounce around wildly and make terrible noises. And I also got a pop filter hooked up to it, that way it cuts out it cuts out all the harsh vocalizations, such as if I make like a sharp consonant. You're going to want a pop filter. They look kind of like a felt screen. And then for the audio side of things, I have a Corsair Void Pro wired gaming headset. Very basic, very derivative, nothing crazy. This is probably one of the cheapest gaming headphones I can find out there. Very entry level. And it does fine. In fact, the little mic dongle on the front there that I'm circling with my mouse, that's what I recorded the Cursed Halo series on. All my old videos in their 144p audio quality were recorded on this mic. So, you know, you can make videos with this and get subs from it. I gotta say, I like the new mic, but you can get away with pretty crappy mics. Mr. American is asking, what's your PC build? Now, Mr. American, you've been with the channel since almost the very beginning. Thanks for the support, man. The new one here is a pre-built, because crypto mining and Corona and all that have made building computers way too expensive. So this is a pre-built with a 3070 graphics card, an i7 current generation, and 16 gigs of RAM and another M.2 SSD. Alright, Noah asks, on a scale of 1 to 10, 7 being the best, what is my favorite number of the alphabet using fruits and vegetables to explain my answer? I'm gonna have to say purple is my favorite number of the alphabet. The reason why is coconut milk and starfruit. Now, starfruits kind of hold it back a little, but with the addition of carrots, now we're talking. Like, purple, I gotta give it, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving it a null out of 10. Make up your mind what that means. Hans Luger Music asks, favorite Halo and first one I played? Sorry if you said these things in a past video. Well, first of all, you're not forgiven. Second of all, I actually don't think I've ever said this before. My favorite Halo is Halo Combat Evolved, and the first one I played is either Halo 2 or Halo Combat Evolved. I can't remember that far back. I was really young. It could have been either of them. So I'm just going to say answer is Halo CE and Halo 2 at the same time. But the best Halo, Halo Combat Evolved. The writing, the story, the multiplayer is just solid. This is not just my nostalgia speaking. I went back and played it. They have yet to top the tone and the mysterious and almost downright scary gameplay and story of Halo CE. Like, it was a mature game in a way for 2001 standards, but they really kind of comicified? They kind of made everything feel like an Avengers movie from Halo 2 onward. It no longer feels like a tense military shooter. So, you know. But I still like the new Halos, don't get me wrong. Dino asks, who is your favorite Spartan from any Halo game? Now, if I could exclude just the games, if I could go into the extended universe, it's Spartan 1337, Spartan Elite from Halo Legends. But from any Halo game, that's gonna have to be Emil. He's just cool. He's mean. It's not really the helmet that does it for me. It's mostly how he dies, honestly. Like, the Spartans aren't very cool in the series. Like, I guess they have shiny armor, but personality-wise, it's only him because the way he takes out that zealot who stabs him is just so cool. Like, he goes down like a champ. Ploopy Loop asks, do you have large talons? I have the biggest talons. Jay streams. Now go support him. He does Twitch. He's awesome. He's funny. We play sometimes. Jay streams has 2 questions. He says, what that mouth do, baby boy? If you can dream it, it can do it. That's the answer for you. Only for you, Jay streams. And second, my favorite clip from Halo. Now, I'm assuming what you mean is what's my favorite gameplay clip from Halo. Most likely my own clips. I'm going to say it's when I jump in the Wasp and I capped the flag for the team with it. I carried the flag carrier. Jay, you were in that video. You were playing with us. You were just muted. But that was my favorite clip. That had me just losing my mind. Hayden asks, how does editing... Hayden asks, how does... I can't talk! Hayden asks, how does editing work? I don't know, because I'm a taco. Now, let me put this into a language you understand. I don't speak taco, but I can hopefully alleviate your challenge here. So if we go to my recent video, in a program called Davinci Resolve. Now, Davinci Resolve is the editing software I use. Davinci is really useful. It's all free, so anyone can use it. You're just going to need a good enough graphics card to process it, because it's just... video editing is pretty labor intensive. And then what you're also going to need is Streamlabs or some sort of recording platform. So here is a view of Streamlabs as I'm recording with it. Now, the idea behind Streamlabs is this is where you're going to get your gameplay from your computer, and you're going to get your microphone audio and any other audio you get. And you're going to take all your audio tracks, you're going to take all your video, and you're going to drop it into the timeline here at Davinci Resolve. So really, video editing is the compilation of video clips that you pull from any way you film, and I film the game, and audio, and you throw it all together, chop it all up, and add special effects, text, and images, and you make a video out of it. So there you go. On the real, Davinci Resolve was taught to me by Imagine Baggins. He's on YouTube. He's fun. He's hilarious. I have him linked in my channel below. Go check him out. He deserves more views because he taught me this software. He's a really good dude, and he told me about it too. I was using a garbage software beforehand. All right, Slater asks, how are you? Doing pretty good. How are you doing, Slater? Emperor Franz Joseph of Austria asks, what do you look like? Now, first of all, what are you doing still alive? I thought you died in 1916. Second of all, don't invade Serbia, very bad idea. Third of all, this is what I look like. What, did you expect anything different? John asks, what's your address? Oh, that's easy. It's your mom's house. I'm home, son. Mig asks, cheese? No, that's a great question. Pepperjack. Havarti second place, provolone third, and cheddar fourth. Sharp cheddar's better than normal cheddar. American's last place, and Kraft singles can go to hell. Kraft singles are trash. Joel asks, favorite E? Now, I don't think this is a question. There's also no question mark, but I'm going to say uppercase E is my favorite. Induced Graph 128 asks, what would you do to change Halo Infinite's armor system? Wow, that's a good one. I like this question. Now, if I could get rid of it and have any dream armor progression, Halo Reach armor progression, throw in the Mark 7, the Yori, all of them, and let the player mix between cores and keep the coatings. I love the coatings. I know a lot of people want the primary, secondary colors back, but I friggin' love the coatings. The camouflage looks beautiful. But realistically, what they should definitely do, and this is what 343 can possibly do, they can't remove the battle pass. It's too late. But lop off a zero in the store prices, so $20 Hazop becomes $2. $7 cosmetic becomes 70 cents. I guarantee you 343 will see 100 times more people buying it. Because at affordable prices, shit, $2 for an armor cosmetic? I'm buying it right now. You know, but if it's 20, you're going to turn down a lot of people who normally would buy cheap cosmetics. I guarantee you they'd make more money if they just lower the prices. It would make so much more sense. And then in the battle pass, I guess throw some more free unlockable armor pieces in the beginning and middle, because I have played for hundreds of hours, or like 100 hours, my bad, and I have yet to get a single helmet. I do not get it. I have like 5 or 6 visors, 3 shoulder pads, 1 chest plate, and no helmets. Like, I just don't think they thought out the free battle pass portion, because I haven't bought it, so I don't have a lot of the Mark 7 armors, and they're all late, so you're just going to be using Mark 5B if you buy the battle pass, because there's no options. It's really boneheaded when you think about it. They should have thought it through more and given more Mark 7 pieces, at least at the time being. So, unfortunate. The armor system's kind of broken right now, but hey, the armor looks cool, and maybe they'll fix it someday. Armstrong Gaming asks, if the Reach armor core was never in the game, do you think people would be complaining as much about customization? I'm guessing what you mean is if they could put the Halo Reach armor on the Mark 7 suit. I'm going to go with that. If they could put the Reach armor on the Mark 7 suit, removing the armor core would be perfect. Like, less people would complain. They would still be complaining. The store is ridiculous. The battle pass is obnoxious. But if you could put Reach armor on the Mark 7 core, and that armors weren't just restricted amongst cores, that would make people much happier, because that way it would lower confusion and make people feel less bitter about having, you know, the customization splintered into different categories. It's unnecessary complication, and the only reason they did it was for money. It's dumb. Like, the armor coatings don't carry over to the suits. I do not get it. So definitely less people would complain if the armor core wasn't in the game. Now, if the armor itself, if there were just no Reach armor, people would be up and oh my gosh, there would be protests, riots, and fires all over 343's lawn. It would be bad. Poob Lord asks, why is Master Chief allergic to the thing called death? That's because he has a thing called plot armor, and if he dies, 343 does not have a way to sell Halo. So Master Chief will probably never die. He is the face of Halo. He literally cannot die. Poster Tag asks, which multiplayer map is your favorite and why? Valhalla from Halo 3. Oh my good. I love that map. It is perfect. Perfect balance between vehicle and infantry combat. It looks beautiful, and some of my best memories are from that map. MIV1T asks, hello, I have a simple question for you. What is your favorite level from Halo? Now, my favorite campaign level is 2 Betrayals from Halo Combat Evolved. It is basically Assault on the Control Room backwards, right? So it is a rehash, but it's better, because the Flood's there, the Flood are fighting the Covenant, the Sentinel beams show up. In the story, this is when everything really kicks off, when Guilty Spark betrays you. Banshees, Warthogs, Hunters, just everything thrown into a massive fight. that feels like it goes on for hours, and it's so much fun. It is just I love this level. I love the night in the snow. I love night snow levels. They're so dope. Phanomatekakik asks, what's your favorite version of each of the weapons in Halo? Now, before I go on, I just wanted to say thank you so much, my dude. You've been subbed since before 100 subs. Like, your support means so much to me. Thanks, my guy. Now, this is going to be a long question. Favorite version of each of the weapons in Halo. I'm only going to name the weapons that have repeats, and I'm not going to name the turrets and stuff like that. Here we go. Starting with the UNSC weapons. Assault Rifle, Halo 1. It's got 60 rounds. It's beautiful. Battle Rifle, Halo Infinite. So satisfying. I love it. SMG, Halo 3. Dual wield them and you're a monster. Pistol, Magnum from Halo 1. It kills tanks. It's beautiful. Shotgun, Halo CE shotgun. That thing has a 12-round tube, I'm pretty sure. It's stupid. High capacity. It's devastating. Hydra, Halo Infinite Hydra. It's got direct fire. It's great. Rocket launcher, Halo 2. It's got air vehicle lock-on. And I'm pretty sure it's got ground vehicle lock-on, too. That thing was a monster. And the rockets move so quick. Jeez. Alright. Splazer, Halo 3. Beautiful. It was OP in that game. The... what else is there? DMR, Halo 5. It's busted. Saw, Halo 5. Railgun, Halo 5. Both really solid weapons in that game. Covenant weapons. Plasma rifle, Halo 1. It's so long ranged. Plasma pistol, also Halo 1. No. Halo 3. You could EMP vehicles. The Needler, also Halo 3. Really busted in that game. Brute shot, Halo 2. They bounce everywhere. It's the most ridiculous gun ever. The beam rifle is also Halo 2. The Jackals are nightmarish. The Covenant carbine is Halo 3. It was a good contender against the BR on big team battle maps. I loved using it. And the glowing ammo counter on top was dope. The gravity hammer, Halo 3. That's no. Halo Reach, Griffball vibes. Loved that. I know Griffball was in Halo 3, but gravity hammer and Halo Reach was just a monster. Energy sword, Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite, easy. Actually, gravity hammer, Halo Infinite is the best too. So, gravity hammer, energy sword, CQB for the win in Halo Infinite. Fuel rod gun, Halo 3. It's a gun that bounces. The plasma launcher from Halo Reach is like a close second. I think they're tied, actually. I'll count those as the same gun, even though there's a fuel rod in Halo Reach. Or whatever. Doesn't matter. The hard light weapons. Okay, here we go. All of the Halo 5 ones are better than the Halo 4 ones. Easily. Except for the bolt shot. The Halo 4 bolt shot was god tier with that shotgun ability it had where you charged it up. I wish I could include some of the Halo Infinite hard light weapons and some of the other guns, but since they've only been done once, I really cannot. But that should be all the weapons. If I forgot any, just leave it in the comments and I'll get to you. All the repeat weapons, that is, that have been in multiple games, so just let me know. Hope that answers your question, my dude. Alright, Noah, another Noah asks, what type of map do you think 343 should add next? A big team map, definitely. Preferably a big snow one, where heavy vehicles like tanks and wraiths spawn more. That would be a great map, because big team is stale. It's broken anyway, but it's stale with how few maps they have. And there's no variety, it's just grass. Lame. Dino asks, what's your favorite Spartan? Oh wait, I already answered this. Emil, still. Poster Tag asks, what is your favorite gun in all of Halo, both for campaign and multiplayer? So I actually thought about this one for a while. I'm gonna have to go with the sticky detonator from Halo 4. That thing's a goober gun. Every kill with it just feels like you wasted your time. But it's an insta-kill, so it's great. But you feel stupid for using it. Like, it lowers your IQ infinitely when you use it. In campaign, you just... Oh my gosh, it's great. I'm actually going to answer a second time. It's tied for the Halo CE shotgun. Now, the Halo 4 sticky detonator is my favorite meme lord gun to use, but the Halo CE shotgun just wreaks havoc. In campaign and multiplayer, you're just going to be clearing out rooms. I always have a shotgun by my side. Once it shows up in 343 Guilty Spark, I just plow through the entire campaign with it from then on out. It's great. Angel asks, what's your favorite weapon variant in Halo Infinite? that would be the S7 Flex Fire. The Spam Fire Sniper is just so much fun to use. Just not having to reload every 4 rounds is perfect, honestly. Love it. It's so good. Kamehameha P1 asks, do you think the Venator Armor will come to Halo Infinite? Now, this is actually a great question. And I actually forgot what the Venator was until I looked it up. It's a Halo 4 armor suit. It's this one. Looks kind of like the guy from Dead Space. Now, normally I would say no, because I don't really see this being that popular of an armor suit and coming back. But seeing as Halo Infinite's supposed to be a live service, and seeing as they're going to be launching armor suits like crazy, by the time this game is 2 to maybe 3 years old, I guarantee you we're probably going to see this armor suit. Now, don't quote me. I'm not at 343, but this is a very, like, recent armor suit that they've made. So I can see 343 going, yeah, throw Venator back in there. I can totally see it coming back. Although it wasn't my favorite armor suit, it might come back. You never know. Especially with how, by the time this game is 3 years old, there might be, hell, like a couple hundred armor suits in it. So, there you go. Korn, the Lord of Skulls, asks, what armor that has been featured in the Halo games would you like to see make a return in Infinite? Easily, the Halo 3 Rogue armor, the helmet. There was only a helmet, but the Halo 3 Rogue helmet was so cool to me as a kid. I've seen commenters say Hayabusa. I think someone replied to your comment with Hayabusa. That was a cool suit, but Rogue was the one I ran with all the time. Owen asks, if you could be any alien from Halo, what would it be and why? Now, this is actually a good question, but it's obviously going to be the elites. They're just the shield, they're agile, they're as strong as the brutes, at least in gameplay. You got a sword, you're a religious cultist. It's a wonderful life, and every one of my favorite Halo characters are elites. So they're honestly the coolest species in the entire series, and one of my favorite enemies to fight, so I'd be an elite. Man from the North asks, your thoughts on the future of Halo? Okay, now I see Halo Infinite continuing for another 2 to 3, maybe 4 years. They'll probably be developing another Halo Infinite game, or another Halo Infinite DLC for the campaign. They're going to be launching free maps for multiplayer. They're going to add weapons and vehicles. I know that. They're going to extend the battle pass and add tons of armors and customization over time. But I really don't see them making a Halo game for the next like 3 to 4 years. At least a main series Halo game, maybe a spin-off. But Halo Infinite's supposed to be a live service. They poured a lot of money into this game. They got an open world system that I bet they're going to capitalize on by making more open world, big ass campaigns. I see it happening in the future, and then maybe they'll make a sequel to Halo Infinite in the future. Who knows? But Halo will never die. It's too big of a franchise to let die at this point. Joshua asks, which is your favorite and least favorite Halo game and why? Favorite is Halo Combat Evolved, because the tone, the storytelling, it's much more serious. It has some of the best gameplay, especially of its time, but it still holds up really well. And it's just a gorgeous game. I love it. And my least favorite Halo game is Halo 5. The multiplayer gameplay was amazing. And that's it. There was no big team at launch, no forage, no theater, no good campaign. It was a 3-hour campaign with terrible writing, terrible characters, terrible story. No split screen. My family couldn't play like we used to. I guess the level design was okay. The big open campaign maps, but honestly, terrible. Except for the multiplayer gameplay, because it was addictive. I mean, I logged 12 days of game time in Halo 5, but you better believe I was disappointed that I couldn't play Forge with my friends. Snipe MD, he says, have you seen Star Wars Rogue One and does it remind you of Halo Reach? Now, I haven't seen Star Wars Rogue One. I do know about it, though. I kind of see the similarities. It doesn't necessarily remind me of it, because Halo Reach more reminds me of the Battle of the Alamo. Reach is about fighting for a home world, and Rogue One is about going on a desperate military ops. So, I mean, I guess they're kind of similar, but they don't necessarily remind me of both of them, but I can totally see it. Hans Luger Music asks, what is the most bullshit thing in a Halo game apart from sniper jackals? Easy. The first 30 seconds of Halo 2's Gravemind mission on Legendary. You immediately get plopped in, and it's RNG if you don't die. Like, you just gotta spam jump, and run away and hope their projectiles just miss, because you'll get melted right out the gate. Even after you survive that gauntlet, you have to fight wave after wave of enemy with like a needler. It's terrible. That whole level was impossible on Legendary. Xander Paws asks, which member of Noble Team is the hottest? P.S. Cat is not an acceptable answer. Well, there went my only answer. Aside from George. Pooblord asks, where is Stockpile 24/7? Because I was surprised to find it was only 4v4 in a match of Stockpile this morning, and am sad. Also, please just tell me that Disruptor is the best weapon to tell an opponent they are shit, right? Well, Stockpile 24/7 isn't out yet because 343 refuses to follow my advice right now, so therefore I'm going to have to go on strike, and I won't make videos until they fix the mode and put it in the game. But yeah, I try to do Stockpile myself too, but Big Team Battle is just 4v4 now because Big Team is broken. I remember going to Team Slayer, it was a 4v4, wonderful. And the Disruptor is not that bad of a weapon. When I started out, I thought it was bad. It's definitely not a great weapon. It's very average. The Ravager is the best weapon to tell an opponent they're shit, because that gun actually shoots spitballs. So if you kill someone with a Ravager, you're basically God Gamer material at that point. WalkaboutMan asks, how's life in 2022 treating you, and what are your plans moving into it? Glad you asked, WalkaboutMan. 2022 so far, it just started, but it's doing fantastically, I'd have to say. YouTube is going so well, I actually might be able to pursue this as a career, which is a dream of mine. I really do want to make this work. I really do love video editing and making funny stuff for you guys to enjoy. And even informative stuff is fun in my opinion. But plans for 2022, definitely gonna keep this up. I'm aiming for 5K at least, and then I'm gonna try to hover around until YouTube pops off again with its algorithm. I'm gonna keep Halo Infinite videos up. I have one more tier list or two more tier lists planned, and then I'm gonna keep making these funny videos and shorts the whole time. If you all have any suggestions, let me know. But in the near future, that's the plan. Perhaps in the farther future, I got the North Star Titanfall 2 client planned. I got more Titanfall content in general. Maybe some older Battlefield, I don't know. Planning some more collabs with other Halo YouTubers and whatnot, but it's all in the works right now. We'll find out. Oh, and I also plan on doing Twitch live streaming more because you can see entire uninterrupted segments of video from me. So if that's more your speed and you like Let's Play style videos, there you go. So anyway, great question, WalkaboutMan. And I hope your 2022 is going pretty good so far as well. Let me know in the comments if you're hearing this. And that's going to be it for the questions. That was a lot of questions. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you got your answers. And if you have any more follow-up questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to get back to you. Thank you all very much for watching, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. Anyway, I'm Nikos, and have a good one. See ya.